I first became involved with Windows at a Victims of Crime conference. I was so intrigued by it, and it was just a great experience to even participate. I knew I wanted to be a part of that. And since then, you've been with me the last 10 years every day, and I feel like it has just changed my life immensely, personally, professionally, to dive into the art and have my window of time. With this art piece, I want to remember to stay brave. I want to stay brave even when I'm not quite sure that the change will happen, but like the cause is worth it. So mental health stigma reduction, it's worth it. Having a hard conversation or a brave conversation, it's worth it, even though it may just be absolutely uncomfortable for me. As a psychiatric social worker in the school system, it was very important to me to bring in a window between worlds. I became the single psychiatric social worker who was trained, and then through word of mouth and opportunities with Windows, I've slowly built in other psychiatric social workers. Using a window between worlds has given them tools for their toolbox, not only to impact an individual student, but also to impact an entire community and reducing that mental health stigma. Especially with art, you're able to tap into a vulnerability and give people the freedom to just see a different way. I think a window between worlds helps people tap into their own resilience, their ability to bounce back, because it lets them be comfortable being uncomfortable and vulnerable. And so when I see kids and I'm working with them, I think that's just what their brain needs, is that permission to just be vulnerable and creative and not think of whatever is bothering them in that moment sometimes. I've had suicidal students who have made touchstones and carried it with them as a reminder that their life is worth living, and they will take that intention with them going forward, even in those hard moments. Who knew that sitting at a conference would change the next 10 years of my career and add to my personal life as well? Wherever I go, I want to make sure that I'm able to change the system positively and leave behind it in a better place than it was necessarily before. And it's great because I have colleagues advocating for more trainings, for more workshops, for more art supplies, because they believe in the vision of a window between worlds, which is that art heals.
My very first impression about hearing what Windows was about was, okay. I didn't understand how art itself could unlock and heal trauma. I didn't understand it at all. But once I experienced a Windows workshop and it unlocked my understanding, that just informs, for me today even, that everybody needs an opportunity to experience it, to fully understand it, and then authentically share it. With this piece, I offer the connection of my heart and my lived experience with Windows. Well, it is a rainbow, and everything I do now has to have a rainbow in it. And it also incorporates the trans colors because I want to make sure to honor my daughter. When my child came out and I grew to accept, it unlocked so much love in me that I didn't know was even possible. I want to tap into my heart more and offer it as a part of me that can connect with others to strengthen their related purpose so that they could see through growth and common journeys together. When I trained as a facilitator, all of those workshops about really uncovering yourself and being open to the vulnerability and the experience, that came at a time when I actually needed to really understand. I was grappling with who I was going to be in the community because my child had just come out. It helped me own who I needed to be, my identity. It was during those trainings that I realized I need to be that proud mama bear, and I need to own who I was going to be in the community to keep the world safe for my child. I've often used the Lotus Flower Workshop to help my community just quietly have a time to assess what difficulties they've had, that muddy, murky water that has defined them, and then to just claim what beautiful outcomes they are. That message resonates so much with the Asian American community, Asian Pacific Islander, and then its connection or intersection with the LGBTQ community. And so while it's difficult to talk about tough things, there's something about our own cultures and our own experiences that get a nice release when we're able to express creatively without the use of words. I think that creating those safe spaces has made it possible for the organization to still be here and to be feeling strong for the next 30 years. We're going to continue to treat each other with safety, empowerment, respect. All of this, the values of Windows will also treat each other that way so that we can build and continue to share Windows with more people.